Hi guys, Shinter again here. Let's continue the gameplay of Tales of Vesperia. So, let's play it.
It's even worse from up close.
I've never seen a hole this big before.
There's no way this could have happened naturally.
It looks like something exploded here.
An explosion! Are there monsters that can do something like this?
They were, but those monsters were all wiped out.
What do you mean, wiped out?
What you see here, this was a battleground in the Great War.
What? Really?
So that means humans and Entelekea fought here. The humans were victorious, but there were scarcely any survivors. The facts behind the war are shrouded in darkness. Not even the official government histories give many details about what happened.
So the Entelekea did this to the mountains. Terrible power.
The Great War. 10 years ago. That must have been when you were a baby, Patty.
But this is the first time I've heard that a battle took place here.
The Empire's kept a pretty tight hold on information about it. They've got a lot of secrets. You should know that by now.
Thought it was strange that monsters would wage war against humans, but...
What they didn't want us to know was that those monsters were actually Entelekea.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Raven.
You come across a lot if you live long enough, kiddies.
Okay, enough history lessons. We came here so we could look for Judy.
The monster's voice we heard just now. What if they've already got Judith cornered? Judy's really strong. There's no way she'll go down easily.
Of course not. Besides, I've got to give that dragon freak a beat down. I can't let a monster beat me to the punch.
Yeah.
Let's hurry.
Man, the Great War. I mean, leaving a gaping hole where a mountain used to be.
I still can't believe how much power the Entelekea must have had.
How could the humans fight beings that powerful and not get demolished? I just don't get it.
Indeed. The Great War may still hold secrets we haven't uncovered yet. And I'll bet those secrets are hidden somewhere in this mountain.
Yeah, but the war's over now. It can't have anything to do with us, right?
I hope so, but...
Forget it.
We do battle with all our might!
I'll blow you away! Dragon
My
Sword!
soul shun thy
You're
undefiled
dead.
purity. Photon!
Divine Wolf! Dragon Sword! You're dead! Divine Wolf!
Oh, power that tries souls.
Dragon! Dragon!
Thy alluring snare and deliver that tries souls shine.
Severing Bane!
Lucky Bomb!
Starstroke. Oh, caprice of innocent waters.
Risky Bang!
Best.
Let's eliminate them!
I'll blow you away! Dragon!
Power, come to me! Den of this modest first.
Dragon!
Angels grant us your favor.
You're dead! Divine Wolf!
Nurse!
Annihilate the rover before me!
Alright.
Spiral flare!
Dragon!
Oh, power that tries to shine!
Alright, who's
Spread
next?
thy alluring snare and deliver thy enemies unto me!
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor!
You're done!
Nurse!
Sever!
Priest of innocent waters!
Alright, you
Oh, power that tries so shine!
Oh, sharpened rage! Cut through that!
That's over.
Got 3 abilities. Good old good.
We have a great opening now!
You get 3.
Nothing personal.
I'll blow you away! Dragon Swarm! You're dead! Divine Wolf! Dragon Swarm! You're dead! Divine Wolf! Take this!
Sharpened rage! Our future!
Ching.
Pierce Cluster! Delight Bolt! Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor! Fireball!
Ghost Wolf!
Nurse!
Drop them thy undefiled purity!
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor! Nurse!
Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
Fireball! Thank you so much!
Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
Power Hammer! A new skill under my belt!
Boy.
We'll destroy them in no time!
I'll blow you away! Dragon!
The trees, these are trees.
Dragon Swarm! You're dead! Divine Wolf!
Power that tries so shine!
Dragon!
Burn! Fireball! Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor!
Grant them thy undefiled purity!
Nurse!
Crushing Eagle!
Wait, how do I get there? Here? Oh, there was a better path. Not to get there. Break this. Okay, I don't know.
I won't lose! How's this? Power break!
Strike! Dragon!
Cover break! Destructo Beam Shot! Reaper Dog!
That was easy!
How'd they get there? Need to destroy this.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
Enemy.
This is the end for you! I'll blow you away! Dragon Sword!
Sorry.
You're dead! Divine Wolf! Dragon! You're dead! Divine Wolf!
Those are all dirty.
Dragon!
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor. Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor.
Don't get in our way.
Yeah, I feel good.
Destroy this. Yeah, I need to find remember it's a portal. What is that? Type of let me see. The run blade.
Prepare to meet your doom.
The din of this monster.
Grant us your
I'll
favor.
blow you away! Dragon! You're dead! Divine Wolf!
All right, who's next?
Flickering blaze, burn! Fireball! Not bad. Flickering blaze, burn! Fireball!
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, let's go. That's the logical outcome.
Boy. This.
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye.
I'll blow you away! Dragon!
Come to me.
You're dead!
First aid. Oh, brilliant angels.
St.
All
Waters! Champagne!
Ready?
All right.
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor. Ready? Nurse! Should we be getting started? Thank you so much. Come on, let's keep going.
Yeah, I feel good.
I will use this power for justice. Yuri, what's the matter?
I was just thinking about what Judy said. Bowel saved me during the war. I just realized that maybe she was talking about the Great War when she said that.
So maybe she fought against the Empire with that dragon freak during the Great War?
It'd be kinda sad if Judy was an enemy of mankind.
Maybe Raven can tell us. You fought in the Great War, didn't you, old man?
Huh? Why?
I think only someone who was on the scene would know so much about the war.
Really? But there weren't supposed to be very many survivors, right?
Very true. I thought I was gonna die back then, too. If only I died then. Things would have been so much easier, too.
If only you died. What a weird thing to say.
So, did you ever see Judith during the war?
No, not a chance. I may be a player, but 10-year-old girls are definitely off limits for me.
Oh, jeez.
Then it sounds like Judy didn't participate in the war.
Right. I mean, if it was 10 years ago, she'd be 9. That's even younger than me.
I feel like I never saw Baul either. Maybe they ran away from the battle?
So it was really the Antilocheia who fought in the battle?
Yes, I guess so. Though at the time, we thought they were only a really terrible breed of monsters.
But wow! You were really in the war, huh, Raven? That's so cool! I thought only Imperial Knights fought in the war.
Maybe I'll tell you more about it when you're older.
I don't get this.
It's an ambush!
This is awesome!
Destruction Streak!
I'll blow you away!
Comet Break!
Dragon!
Reaper Knock!
You're dead! Divine Wall! Now this is my style!
Lightning Wave!
Dragon Swarm! Alright, who's next? Grace!
Stop! Dragon Up!
Now this is my style! Resound, O cry of victory!
Yo, charge.
We'll destroy them in no time.
Enduring protection!
Dragon! Take this!
Does your
This is the
Dragon Swarm! Dragon! Sorry. Alright. Crushing Eagle!
Caprice of innocent waters. Champagne! Grant them thy undefiled purity.
Try soul shine!
We're done.
Finish that one.
But I got the same thing. A force. Reflect. Here we have BS FS bonus.
Hold still. I'll make this quick. Dragon!
Holy power, come to me.
Dragon Swarm!
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor!
Crushing Eagle!
Sorry. That's what happens when I get serious.
Power to destroy stones, walls, entrance.
This is a Critian city?
More like the remains of one.
There might be some treasure around here.
What do you think Judith would come here for?
Suppose it wouldn't make much sense to say she was feeling homesick.
The hunting blades!
Judith!
You.
Damn you! Go inform Tyson and Nan.
Hey, nobody lays a hand on one of our own. If she's broken our laws, we'll settle this amongst ourselves. Now get out of here.
We're only trying to follow a monster we're hunting. This doesn't involve you.
Okay, this is getting us nowhere. Let me at him!
You're right. It's just a waste of time trying to talk sense to people like this.
Anyone who interrupts our conversation is gonna be taking a long nap.
Leave. Now. Or do you really want to do this?
Judith! You followed me here.
Yeah, we're here to settle things for the sake of the guild.
Judith, tell us everything you know.
Why you destroyed the Blastia. About the Apatheia and the Entelikeia. Their relationship to Pharaoh. All of it.
And even though you're one of us, your answers will decide your fate.
Punish the unjust, was it? Honestly, I don't know if that's really a good thing or not. You've already come this far. I suppose there's no going back now. Come.
Yuri, what did you mean about Judy's fate?
If there's one thing that Dawn's last moments taught me, it's that I've been too soft. If a part is infected, you cut it off before it infects the whole. Even if it's a comrade, an Entelikeia, or a friend.
You mean even if it's Flynn or Pharaoh?
Yeah. It's the path I've chosen for myself. The hunting blades again?
We didn't just cross paths this time. We're after the same thing. We just might have to fight.
If it does come to that, you guys don't have to worry about me. But we can't keep Judith waiting. Let's go!
Carol,
Our boy's growing up.
Yeah,
isn't there some way we can avoid fighting the hunting blades?
I hope so. But it's pretty much up to them.
Yup.
The road is spread as far as the eye can see. From the looks of it, the land was once joined up to all the we were here. Right. Please.
I'm not used to this team.
Dragon Swarm! Dragon!
Knock him around and...
Windblade! Come here! Take this! Crushing Eagle!
Knock him around.
Need a spin!
Let me go there.
The hole in this mountain is like the hole in my heart. How my chest aches.
Getting all sentimental on us, old man?
Nah, it's just memories of the war. I'd appreciate it if we didn't spend too much time here.
Stop being such a coward.
Oh, that hurts, Rita.
The only way to get past a bad memory is to embrace it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Not really. I was just generalizing. Anyway, you want to hurry, right? Then let's go.
Our little genius mage is more mature than she looks.
Break this.
I'll do my best.
Take this! Crushing Eagle! Take this! Dragon! What the? Dragon! This is bad.
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor. Nurse!
Wait.
Come back and try again.
Save point. I'm destroying this.
Battle mode activated.
Crushing Eagle! I'm not done
Brilliant
yet.
angels, grant us your favor.
Oh, incandescent
All
locust.
right.
Another the vulgar before me.
I'm sorry.
Dragon!
You and me.
That was close.
Take this! Take this! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Oh, power that tries souls shine.
Severing Vein!
Oh, flickering blaze, burn.
Fireball. Cavalry.
Crushing Eagle! Severing Vein!
Tries souls shine. Photon.
I'm not done
Oh,
yet.
brilliant angels, grant us your favor.
All right.
Nurse.
Dragon! Blast Wolf!
Lucky bomb.
Blast Wolf! That's enough!
Give me that. Give me that.
I heard stories of a Cridian town, but I never knew where it was.
Me too. Didn't expect it to be on Mount Temza.
They must really value their privacy to build a whole town on a mountain.
Is there something they don't like doing in front of other folk?
Cridians are a secretive lot, to be sure.
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of blastia.
What?
This was not a blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temza using a new type of technology. The Hermes Blastia.
Hermes Blastia?
I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built...
I didn't think you could make a new Blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of Blastia.
But something went wrong.
The Blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The air Krina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end, not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesent of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Entelekea realized the dangers of the Hermes Blastia before the humans. And they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Entelekea fought against the humans to help the planet?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those Blastia were?
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Entelekea. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temza fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes Blastia was believed lost.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Amit Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres Blastia on the Fiertia.
That new Ceres Blastia must have been a Hermes Blastia.
So then you've been destroying the Blastia in place of the Entelekea.
You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you stupid?
What was that?
Baul!
Nan!
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass.
You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan.
We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but...
Everyone, have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside.
Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Entelekea aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Apatheia.
It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving...
You leave us no choice.
Judy is not in your party. Please form a party with Judy as a member. Mas of course. Judy. Best that you have. Give him physical. Right, I'm ready.
All monsters should be killed!
That's the rule of the hunting blades! I don't care what you think of monsters. I will protect Baul, even if it costs me my life.
It's pretty stupid to think anything out of the ordinary is automatically evil.
Aiding monsters is punishable by death!
They're worse than monsters. They just got instinct. You got brains. So what's your excuse?
Shut up! We hunting blades will not back down!
So I guess we just gotta fight this out.
Don't blame me for what happens.
Change the enemy.
You're not getting away! Oh, now you've gone and done it!
Now we'll have some fun.
Come to me.
Damn it! This is my special.
Prepare.
There's no way out! Inferno law! Alright.
Just your face, modest land. Luna Ascendant. Rage and run them through. Luna snare and deliver my enemies into me.
Normal.
Luna Ascendant. Wavering darkness. Luna Rise. Angels grant us your favor. We're not done yet. Incandescent locus. Annihilate the vulgar. Angels grant us your favor. Are you okay?
You're not getting away!
That's so hard to get in. There's a magic lens on that guy. Normal.
Now we'll have some fun. Luna Ascendant.
Stop running!
Oh, Dynamis Modest prepare. Ashen Moonlight. Nurse. I will avenge you. New Moonlight. Darkness. Spread Zero. Ow, that was mean. Shall I heal you? Oh, Dynamis Modest land. Luna Rondo. Luna Ascendant. Holy power, come to me. Luna Rise. Not done yet. Fireball. Are you alright? Luna Rise. Spread thy alluring snare. Enemies onto me. Team. I'm in trouble.
Never limit. Forget her.
I have to keep going. Rending slash. I'm sorry.
You're not getting away! Don't be
I'm dying
We're
here.
not done yet.
Where's the lemon?
Oh, killing angels.
Get the
Grant us your favorite waters. Nurse. Away. Now we'll have some fun. Oh, really? I just don't want to lose. Prepare. Oh, that's it.
Okay, she's dead. Let's get her.
Nurse. I'm sorry. We're not done yet. Holy power, come to me. Luna Ascendant. We're not done yet. Holy power. You're dead. Sorry.
This is what...
Life bottle.
Keep doing this.
Thank you for the purity.
Flickering blaze, burn! Nurse!
Oh, this is bad.
Lunarize! Come to me!
This is where it gets good.
Ascendant! Come to me! New mercy! Careful!
Furies!
Holy power, come to me!
Are you serious? Not bad. Pretty good.
Were you going easy on them?
I'll fight anybody who lays a hand on my people.
Special flag.
I did it!
I'm not done yet.
Nan, I'm sorry. We sure have fought a lot of monsters.
Yes, I thought by now they might be more scarce, but...
That sounds like something you'd think, Estelle.
If we could wipe out all the monsters ourselves, we wouldn't need anything like barriers anymore.
But why are there monsters anyway?
So that people can defeat them, of course.
I think that's a little extreme.
Well, that's the only thing they're good for. I wonder... It seems there would be some good reason why they exist.
There's no use thinking too hard about it. Get started on that train of thought, and you'll soon be asking yourself why humans exist.
Yes, that's a good question too.
There you go, making things more complicated, old man.
I was trying to get you to stop thinking about these things, not think about them more.
What is it? Rise, Luna Sanders. This Luna Rondo is not working. Here, and let's put this Rondo here. We got there.
Hold still. I'll make this quick.
Severing Vein!
Holy power, come to me! Darkness, first off! Holy power, come to me! Defiled purity, Luna Ascendant! Holy power, come to me! Holy power, come to me!
Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
Luna Ascendant! What is this?
Fireball! Oh, guess we're done. Finish that one.
Yeah, I feel good.
Entrance. Wait a minute, let me see what will happen here. Problem of this Luna Rondo. Yes, Luna Rondo. Spin. Only in mid-air. Ah, I need to be range. Get it. Hard to do. Rise. Right here.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
Now let's see.
Luna Ascendant! Okay. Lunarize! Soul shine! Flickering blaze, burn! Luna Rondo! Incandescent nurse! Looking for me! Luna Ascendant!
Azure!
Lunarize!
You're gone!
Luna
Forgiveness of innocent waters! Champagne!
The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Here we go! Luna assistant!
You're gone!
Done yet.
Thought I'd lose.
Someone start crushing me!
Incandescent locust!
Destroy! Alright, who's next?
New Black Luna Rondo! Nurse!
Out of my way!
Incandescent locust! Annihilate the Vulgar before me!
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor! The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Yay! That's the logical outcome.
Better coat. Good using these, yeah. No, use that glowing. YouTube. Or put the flame.
Ooh, they look scary.
It's your wave!
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor! Luna Rise! Luna Rondo!
Smile of wavering darkness! Spread zero!
Alright.
Grant them thy undefiled purity!
Oh, angels, grant us your favor!
Damage hottest land! Starblast!
Yes, take a nice long nap.
What's happening?
Baul is trying to evolve as an Interlakeia.
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on!
You can do it!
No!
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best. Well now.
Amazing!
I knew you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us! Of course we'd help!
That's right!
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey, after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
The skies are wide open above us.
Have you lost your mind?
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
Judy!
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
And I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself. We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah. I'm wondering what we should do about her.
It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws. But
She did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
Yep. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know, but after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
I really wonder.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before, Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with them.
If that person was still using the Blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Old man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know. It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm saying that I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something, even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
I'm always honest.
Really? Well, maybe you are. Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than a usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Well, what if it had been you?
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
What the?
Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it.
She saw him as the cool. That's that crazy now.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance. And our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Judy!
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air, but the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen. It was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Wait! Rita!
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives.
Rocky Crag in this.
Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces. So you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh. Who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Entelekea has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Always one. I press down. Okay. And with A.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
Alright, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power is extraordinary, even among the Entelekea.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Hey, yes. Let me talk to and to call him, I press. Okay, I need to press. Oh, can I open the menu and save? Yes. Oh, so. But not. I need to be on the. Hold on. Alright guys, I'll stop here. Thanks for watching and don't forget to watch the next part. Bye bye.
Sorry, but you're